actualize what it is that I want to become. The reason why you have this is incidental. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. This process needs to unfold because it's my process. This is something that's defining me. This is, if you will, a rite of passage that I have to go through. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when I finally finish the series, if I ever finish the series, right? We got a lot more to go, right? But this, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, right? Because the individual loses themselves, right? This is why I like poetry. Quick tangent. Walt Whitman, Song of Myself, genius stuff. Emily Dickinson's pieces on death. I heard a fly buzz when I died. Genius stuff. Also Whitman's Learned Astronomer. Poems like that that make you think about yourself, your own mortality, your own death, your own brilliance, your own genius. That stuff, right? Rand's Atlas Shrugged. Stuff like at that level where it really is just an exaltation, an enormous symphony praising human excellence. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. And it's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow because so many charlatans tell you that you looking in the mirror for too long is a bad thing. And then you lose it who you are, right? So I love Nietzsche. He saved my life, really. I mean, this is like top shelf work here. 2 more sentences. It seems like the passage wasn't that long, but it's heavy, right? 269 is heavy. He has a lot of gems in this book. We observe how things are everywhere. Every individual is sacrificed and served as a tool. Nietzsche invented the word tool. Don't be a tool, right? The individual is sacrificed. What does he say? It's genius. Every individual is sacrificed and serves as a tool. That's just, that's a t-shirt, right? Big mustache, Nietzsche profile, individuals are sacrificed and served as tools, right? You become a cog in a machine, right? You do what you were trained, as he said, to do, which is to think about the concerns of everybody else except yourself. When you're raising kids, it's all about your kids, as it should be. But then you get older, and then it's about the workforce, and then it's about school, and then it's about impressing this person, and then it's about having the wittiest comment, then it's about being smart, and then it's about doing, it's about all of that. Then you find yourself, as Emily Dickinson says, 80 years on the bed, waiting for death to arrive, and you think it's going to be this beautiful event, and there, juxtaposed between you and the light, bzzz, death. And then what? And then it's a wrap. Cut the curtains. What a waste, right? Rather than recognizing, right? Rather than recognizing, and I don't want to get off on a tangent. I might just actually do the Philosophy of Death series because it'd be perfect. And I've taken 2 classes at an undergraduate and graduate level in Philosophy of Death, as Albert Camus does in Happy Death, which is just like a genius book. When it comes time, I can look back and be like, no, I spent my life indulging in Jason Campbell, right? Jason J. Campbell, I had my fill with that guy. And when I actually walk away from Jason J. Campbell, because in my private life I'm not Jason J. Campbell, obviously, but when I walk away from this persona that I've created, Jason J. Campbell, I will look back and be like, he served me well for years. I'm not even close to getting my satisfaction yet with this sort of public persona, because in a sense now my real identity as a private individual is becoming more and more bound with me thinking about me, thinking about Jason J. Campbell, thinking about Jason as the dad, as the husband, as the scholar, as the new kid on the block, as you fill in the blank, right? But it's not just about me, and I'm not bringing everyone else up. The process is that, as I said in the What is Philosophy video, we all elevate, we all rise, we all learn, we all benefit, we all get better. And the more we have this exchange, the more and the faster that I elevate is the faster that you elevate, because I'm going to give you everything that I know. And that's the point. I'm not holding back in these lectures. You're getting what you need to get in order to get to where I got, right? As far as intellectually, right? Credentials or whatever. It's about what you have in between your head that's important, right? So every individual in this system is sacrificed and serves as a tool. Nobody stands out. There is no I, right? And you know, there is that cliche, there is no I in team, blah, blah, blah. That's why I run track, right? I was never a team sport player. I like the I. I wasn't going to do team sports. I like running by myself, and the victory was all mine to be had. Go into the street and you encounter lots of slaves. Whither? For what? I mean, profoundly epic. Profoundly epic. Yeah, so Nietzsche is, as you can tell, very pissed off. He puts the word individuals in exclamation points, with an exclamation point and in italics, right? He says in the section, therefore, no, my idea, goals are lacking, and these must be individuals, right? We need more of that. We need more individuals, not bragging. It's definitely not about bragging. Nobody wants to hear anybody brag about their accomplishments. That is cowardice. It really is, though, the sense in which there is a recognition that despite my participation as an external observer in your life, or your participation as an external observer in my life, I'm going to continue to do what I do. So tune out for 6 months, come back in, I'm going to be doing what I'm going to be doing. I'll be a couple hundred hours worth of video lectures away from this point in time. But there is a sense in which you can just marvel at what it is that people do well. I can't paint, I can't sing, I'm a fairly good creative writer, I'm a pretty good academic writer, you know. So I like to look at people who can really paint, people who can really sing, people who can really write creatively, right? I like to watch them perform at their optimum, right? Because it reminds me of the things that I'm good at, and it directs me, and what I'm hoping to do for you is to direct you to the things that you're good at. You might not be able to do what I can do, but that's okay. Figure out what it is that you can do and do it well, right? Use this to motivate you to, you know, to do what you do well and become a master at that, right? So Nietzsche is just like, whew, excellent. Bottom of page 46, note, section 9.2. Nietzsche's account of morality repositions the focus from the social to the individual, and that's the key, right? We have for so long been looking outward, right? This becomes the social. Actually, it becomes the condition. And I'm not going to get into this too much because this is infinitely deep. This is the stuff that I sort of keep for myself. I don't put everything out on YouTube. And I just said that I give you everything. But we're not there yet. We got probably another 200, maybe 300 notes before we get to this point. But when we talk about you know, the social construction of gender or something like that, or social construction of homosexuality, or social construction of race, everybody has an idea of what that means. But there is not a social construction, but there is a construction of the social. So if we're talking about the social construction of X, then there's something more primordial to that. The assumption is that the social construction of X is a baseline account. Nietzsche would say no, it's not, because there's something more primordial to that, which would be the construction of the social. The construction of the social begins with, and I don't want to get too ahead, but begins with the individual receiving this story, typically from whatever tradition, in this case, from the Christian tradition, that I need to concern myself with the welfare of others, and that others need to concern their welfare, themselves with my welfare. And then we have this sort of inextricable biconditional nexus, right? And that becomes the condition for society. If you take that away, and now it's me thinking me, well, the thought was you can't have order. You can't maintain a society with individuals concerning themselves with themselves. We have still, in 2011, not arrived or even approximated, it might not even be possible for us to actually create a state of affairs in which individuals govern themselves familially. We're ethnic-based, we're clan-based, we're race-based, we're gender-based. Very few people are familially based, right? I'm really only concerned with the Campbells, right? That's what I do. And a very small segment of the Campbells, right? That's all I'm concerned with. Everything else is neither here nor there, right? As soon as you say that, the idea is that's a terrible situation. You think mafia, you think conglomerates, but nobody really thinks of an institutionalized, not really institutionalized, but a realized process, it's not a system, process in which individuals just happen to